Okay, so today we're doing a deep dive into something pretty ambitious. It's the TLO gas-powered OHV V8 small block engine model kit.
Right.
And the promise here is just huge. This isn't just, a static model you put on a shelf.
No, not at all.
It's advertised as a fully functional miniature V8 engine. We're talking realistic combustion, a working CDI ignition system, the whole deal.
It really sounds like the ultimate project for an enthusiast. I mean, a working V8 model, that's a serious feat of engineering. Our mission today is to really analyze the integrity of those claims.
Exactly. For you, the listener, this is all about understanding the kind of diligence it takes to figure out if something this good is, well, actually true.
Okay, let's unpack this.
So we can start with the visuals. The
Yeah.
research we looked at pointed out that the product images, they seemed a bit off.
A bit generic.
Yeah, they look like they were copied from other sources online. For a product that claims to be this, bespoke piece of machinery, that's an immediate red flag.
It absolutely is. If you can't show your actual product, what are you selling? And that visual doubt, it's immediately made worse by the sales tactics.
Oh, the high pressure stuff.
Exactly. That aggressive flash sale, the 60% off limited time discount. It's a classic strategy, isn't it?
It is. It's designed to create urgency.
Right. To push you past that moment where you might pause and think, wait, those images do look a little fuzzy. It discourages critical thinking.
And here's where it gets really interesting with the borrowed credibility.
Yes. The media mentions.
The company just boldly claims they've been featured in these huge industry publications. They name drop Engine Craft Magazine, Auto Tech Review.
Model Motors Insider and Tech Mechanics. They pick the perfect list to sound authoritative to their target audience.
They really did.
And that raises the question, why those specific titles? It implies a high level of mechanical scrutiny. But when you go looking for proof,
There's nothing.
it's non-existent. So it feels like a calculated attempt to use that implied authority credibility
Yeah.
that, hasn't been earned. The whole reputation is just built on sand.
So let's pivot to the self-reported metrics because these are, frankly, unbelievable.
Oh, the stats, yeah.
They're providing these user satisfaction numbers like 90% smooth assembly, 92% satisfaction with the engine actually running.
And 94% approval for the premium feel of the parts.
Yes. And they specifically mention CNC machined metal parts. As someone who gets manufacturing, that term CNC, that's what sells the quality.
Exactly. CNC machined implies very specific, tight tolerances. You need that for a working combustion engine. But when you see a claim like 90% smooth assembly,
You have to question the source.
you do. These numbers lack any kind of independent verification. It's a company grading its own homework. You have to weigh those appealing stats against the complete lack of external auditing.
The final piece of this puzzle is the customer feedback. On the product website itself, the reviews are just glowing. Perfect satisfaction, flawless assembly, everything you'd want to see.
But then you go look elsewhere, on trusted sites like Trustpilot or forums where builders actually hang out. And there's nothing. Crickets.
A total void.
And that discrepancy is a critical point. It makes you ask if that perfect feedback represents a broad base of users, or if it's just a selective internal echo chamber.
So what does this all mean when you put it together?
I mean, when you're reviewing marketing for a specialized item like this, you have to distinguish between promotional strategies
Like those big discounts and unverified media mentions.
and the independently confirmed facts.
Yeah.
Actual proof of the engine running or real user reviews on third-party sites.
Consumer transparency really rests on your ability to verify every claim, from the pictures and stats to the technical specs like CNC machining.
It does. This kit really highlights the need for buyers, especially those who understand the complexity of what's being offered, to approach this kind of high-impact marketing with a lot of scrutiny.
So here's a final thought for you to consider. Knowing the immense cost and complexity of building a truly functional small block V8, even a miniature one, what immediate technical red flags should an engineer or mechanic look for in a product description that might be even more revealing than an aggressive price discount?